Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Slay the Spire Daily Challenges. Today is September 20th, 2018 and we're here to do another daily challenge, if anything. Today's daily challenge might be like a very special one, a very key daily challenge for us, simply because I have zero desire, for the first time in a very long time, to not do today's daily challenge. Recording on YouTube is a very busy thing and I extremely enjoy it tremendously, and I've been getting so much support lately that the only reason I'm making this video today is because of the great support I've been getting from the viewers, and I super appreciate it. But we all have those days in our lives where it's just everything that could possibly go wrong goes wrong, and that's one of those days today. So let's hope that today's Slay the Spire daily one though will oppose the spread of what has been going on in my life today. So let's hope that today's day one goes well, and that we place well, and that we can take this horrific day and situation of a day and just turn it into a better day, a day that is happy and better. For now, let's jump into what we need to do. Of course, score 1161 to place in the top 100. Excuse me, my throat's a little bit sore, so that might make the recording sound a little bit worse. If it does, I do apologize. We are currently sitting on 15 wins and 4 losses. I am correct. I don't think we lost yesterday. I might be wrong, but I actually have no idea, so we will check it out. That's the wrong thing. That's also the wrong thing. Run history. What was yesterday? Yesterday's daily. No, we won yesterday's daily, so we're sitting on 15 wins and 4 losses. 19 dailies done this month, doing pretty well so far. We have to do 11 more to complete this month's daily challenge. For now, let's jump into it. These things are gone, so I think this might never load now. This might never load. My Slay the Spire has had a problem, and I don't know what it is. I'm just going to have to exit here and relaunch it. It's had a problem lately when I leave the daily and I come back into the daily, and it just refuses to show the top scores, which is usually fine because I usually only leave after the intro. But today I wanted to, of course, look at yesterday's daily, so now I had to leave early, but that has caused problems. So it is starting up again here for us, luckily. There we go, and let's try this again. So show me the scores. Beautiful. We know what we need. We know 1132, so I'm not going to go all the way to the top 100, but we now know we need 1313 for that top 20. And top 20 is always a personal goal of mine, but usually not that easily accomplished. I mean, today we do have Curse Run, which is going to make it a lot better. Heirloom is pretty good. Start one running with it. It's just a good thing. No matter what you get, one less relic in the relic pool, which means it's just good for us. And then time dilation, I absolutely don't even care about. Like, time dilation honestly could just be removed from the game modifiers. Oh no, don't do me dirty like this, game. Don't give me that uneasing top temptation. Do not give me the uneasing top temptation. I shall not fall for this again, game. I shall not fall for this again. So I'm going to not go for the uneasing top. I'm just going to play super relaxed. Obviously, let's keep in mind that even though I like the new little snails, they are so cute. Even though, as I did say before, I don't want the time that I don't care about the time dilation stuff, but it is here. It is part of the daily. It is part of the challenge. So let's keep that in mind, and let's use it correctly at least. If I'm going to have it, I might also use it correctly. Oh, an easy top and endless agony. You've created a situation for me. Actually, it wouldn't work, because to get Jaws of Uneasing Top, I need to use an Endless Agony, which would then mean that a second Endless Agony doesn't go to my graveyard. If the second Endless Agony doesn't go to my graveyard, then it will not create more Endless Agonies. So it would actually not be an infinite bonus. Very important that I saw that earlier. Endless Agony is tempting. It's an 8 damage card for 0 energy. Usually it's a 4 damage card, but I'm going to take it nonetheless because I do have the uneasy top, and the possibility is still there for the potential at a uneasy synergy. I'm not going to build my entire deck around it, but I'm definitely going to keep it in mind as I play this run further. Oh, you have that bouncing floss. You think to yourself, that's kind of tempting. Bouncing floss, of course, been very good against the and Guardian, where the rest of the deck is actually not that good. I'm going to go for Once Frost, which does mean we're committing to not going for the Endless Agony deck, which might change. No, I actually physically can't change the path I'm going. I have to go this path. There's Flash. Oh no. There's Flash of Steel, guys. What is that bag of prep? That's actually not bad. Excuse me. There's Flash of Steel, and Uneasy Top is an instant win, by the way, in case you guys did not know. If you get a Flash of Steel and Uneasy Top, and that's the only cards in your deck, you can Flash of Steel for infinity and get a guaranteed win, unless you get very unlucky and find yourself coming up against the Time Lord. Then you're going to be in a little bit of a problem, because you can only do 3 times damage multiplied by 12, which is like pathetic damage, and you will not get a boss kill for that. I'm going to take Bane because I do have a little bit of poison going on. So we're going to keep adding cards for now into the deck. I think in general it's still a good idea to add cards to the deck. I'm going to have to make an attack card here, and I'm going to make a die. Now if we play this correctly, we could actually kill these people. So let's start off with a weaken here. You go for a singular strike here. You go for defense and defense. Then a Bane here, and then a die should finish them all off. Beautiful. Okay, that was good. It was very good. None of these I don't need though, so that's nice. First elite fight, it's the Gremlin Knob, you know. Someone that I preferably would not have wanted to come up against so early, but it's okay. So let's luckily we got Uneasy Top very early in this run, so right now it's just a bonus card. Like all I see when I see Uneasy Top is the fact that it's a bonus card. Now I'm gonna make a choice. Do I block here or do I use Endless Agony and Strike? Ooh. How much damage? We can do 5 plus 7. Probably it might go up to 8. So then it's 5 plus 8. 5 plus of course being 13. 13 will put him on 21 minus 8 we put him on 7. 13. We'll be able to do only 3 damage next turn. I think what I must do is start off with a weaken. I think you still go for the damage play, and then I'm going to block anyway. Even though it's going to be a tiny buff for next turn, I think it's still the right play. Actually, that drawing that 1 defend deck might be very good for us, and actually might be. So we can potentially get a kill here. So we got defend, defend, defend. Now this, if I did not calculate this exactly correct, which I did, thank goodness, he would have actually done only 1 damage to us. Actually, that's not that bad. I thought it was so much more than that. Not going to take any of these. They all just average at best, and average at best just isn't good enough for me right now. So would have Flash to Steel. We can go for one of these to get rid of this immediately. I think you got to defend first, strike like that, use that, and use the Bane. I think I might have done that in the incorrect order by 1 card. Not entirely sure though. There you go. Awesome. So far so good. I mean, the one's just going, it's going pretty well. Ooh. Dagger Spray is tempting. Light has a nice burst. Dagger Spray is better because it's 10 damage for 1 energy. So I'm going to take it because of the upcoming boss. Ooh, Lagavulin. So obviously we just want to end our turn until we can get the poison on him. Then once we get the poison on him, then we'll go off with the rest of the stuff. So, I mean, this is looking scary now. Okay, there's the poison finally showing up. So how do we want to do this? Well, we want to poison first. Then we want to play 1 defense. And then we want to play the neutralize, and then we want to play the strike. Because he's going to wake up now, so we might as well do the damage to him. And if we're going to do the damage, we might as well do the damage correctly and get the most out of it. Here's our Flash of Steel play. I did that first because I was hoping for more. I'm going to block twice and attack twice, I think. Even though we're going to take 8 damage from this fight, it's fine with me. Wow, the Endless Agony is just actually didn't show up. I'm actually a little bit surprised that they didn't show up. I thought that at least 1 would have showed up so we could get an Endless Agony kind of unseasoned top situation, which we of course didn't get, but I mean it doesn't matter because this guy's already dead. There we go. Beautiful. Awesome. Our leg sweep is tempting. A lot of weakness on the enemy against the Guardian is super good always. We only have 1 other set of weakness. I'll take a leg sweep even though it doesn't synergize with what I'm trying to do right now. I still think it's the right choice. And 131 money makes shops feel less tempting, so I'm going to go this way instead. I might go to a shop still potentially. I just haven't decided yet. A bit of unfortunate first turn, but I think it's fine. We can go a little bit of something like this and a little bit of something like that. There we go. We just need a Dagger Spray shop and we'll be fine here. Even the Endless Agonies are pretty okay. Not the greatest draw for us in all honesty, the Endless Agonies. They just average at best. I'm going to go with the Little Survivor. And then I want to bane it up in here. And then I want to end this again opening here and then this again up there. Okay. That luckily kills one of the slimes for us, which is really good. And that's what really matters. So far we're in a good position. I think. So I'm not too worried about the run in general. I'll get regretted because I want the curse. Regret is a problem for us obviously because... Oh, what a nice entropic. Holy crap. That's very lucky. Regret's a problem because... Oh, I mean the temptation to remove regret is always great, right? But I think at this point you just remove a basic strike and you move along. Now we're going to get to upgrade probably here because I don't think we're going to need to heal, but I'll keep it in mind before I make the actual final decision because I might want to heal. So this Bane will get to do double damage, and I'm actually going to choose to do it on this guy because we're just going to take him out right away and he will not frail us. Already, I was already frailed. Oh, the frail got me. Very well. Very well, game. We can survive here to get rid of the regret. I think that's definitely worth it. He's dead. So we did take a tiny bit of damage on this fight, but not enough damage for me to care about it. Explosive potion is tempting always, but another Bane's fine. But I don't think we want it. So at this point we should upgrade Bouncing Floss. More poison the better. As obviously the more poison we get, the more often we get it, the more damage we get in the long run. So I'm going to start with the Vulnerable Creation, a little bit of Dagger Throw. Leg Sweep him and then strike him. It knocks him exactly down, which is... interesting. Not sure how that's going to play out. We're going to have to find out soon. We didn't get any blocks. Oh, we did get a block. Wow. One block is actually critical. I'm going to use the weakness especially, and I'm going to use the Entropic Barrier because I want to get more blocks, but we didn't get it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do the math here. We do get to do one of these, and then this will do the beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Haven't got our poison yet, which is kind of where the big problem is. Oh, just we only draw attack cards in this fight. That's beyond unfortunate. So because he is already hitting me so hard, I'm gonna just tank the damage because I'm losing my perfect regardless. Because even though I moved the attack card from the deck to add defensive cards to the deck, I still got only attack cards. So there's no way to knock him down in time. So we're gonna have to go full block here. Then one Endless and one normal strike. Oh, I forgot about Endless Agony. It's actually Endless Agony kind of Aziz's top kind of did us a little bit dirty there, because now the possibility at getting that Bouncing Floss up again is going to take way longer. No reason to weaken him here, but I'll go for the damage. We're going to heal up full. This isn't an Ascension mode one, so we don't have to play it too safe. He's literally dead next turn, so that's okay. Okay, so it's average first full fight. Not a perfect, which is obviously problematic for us for the situation we're trying to build. And that situation, of course, is the fact that we want a... I'm kind of built into a fucking... I kind of built into a poison-based deck on a daily that I really would have preferred damage because of the curse, but it's okay. It's not the end. We're getting a shit ton of max HP, and I'm hoping that's going to carry us. So elites wise, there's an elite, there's an elite, there's an elite, there's an elite. So there's 2 elites on any path. There's 3 elites on one path only. So we'll take the one path that has 3 elites because 3 elites for me obviously much more important. I'm going to start with a leg sweep, I guess, on the one with the most HP, and then I'll use a singular Bane, and I'll use this explosion version because I can. I'll block again for fun. We're going to get failed, which is a big problem, by the way. Getting failed here does hurt us quite a lot, simply because it puts us in a very bad place. So I was really hoping for the I was very much hoping for the dagger spray to show up. It just never did. So because of regret, we took a lot of damage. Regret and his person and his top obviously countering each other unless you have blue candle, which we do not have. So accuracy, I don't have any shifts, right? I have no shifts, so that's not good for us. Skip all these, move along. So our deck is very inconsistent right now. We're kind of in the middle of 2 different builds, and as you can see, it's really coming back to haunt us, as you like extremely much so. Actually, we're actually getting kind of decimated by the draws we're getting. So what we need to add to the deck, obviously now, just right off the bat, you can tell is we need to add some card draw, very important. We need to add some we're gonna tank 6 damage here because we went for the front guy instead of going for the back guy. It was a mistake. I should have gone for the back guy obviously, but The front guy was the more logical kill, and that's how I did my mathematical sum there. So Tori would have been amazing, and so would Peace Pipe. All of these were actually pretty good. Unfortunately for us, I can't get into them. I think I have. Oh, but I've got like normality in the deck. That's so bad. I went heavy on cards here. I want to thicken the deck out a bit to make the cards that I find each round slightly less cursey. Because right now I'm in a position where I'm just drawing into way too many curses due to taking too many curses. So, should probably just remove a basic strike. I think that's always worth it for us. Even though basic strikes do hit very hard with the curse bonus. So there might be a mistake. Ooh, luckily we can get rid of this right away. That's a big deal, by the way. You might not think it is, but it's actually a really big deal. It's a really big deal to get rid of that that normality right off the bat. So there's our boy, the Endless Agony, which is super good for us, except for the fact we got Regret and Shame together, which are going to obviously both proc, which just means Sentinel Puzzle. Every single time Regret shows on my hand, Sentinel Puzzle gets procced, and every time Sentinel Puzzle gets procced, I find myself in a very bad situation. So I'm going to block twice here. This Shame is actually starting to become a problem. A card that's never been a problem before, a thing that I haven't cared about ever, has now suddenly become this massive problematic deck for me, or card for me, that's actually causing problems. Like, look at those days. If we got one Cloak and Dagger there, if we got one Bouncing Floss there, we didn't take damage. But instead we got the dazes, and that caused us to take, like, was it 16 damage or something stupid? So this deck is definitely in the middle of an awkward situation where it's not very strong, and that could really come to bite us in the butt, especially against this good sir right here. So we're going to start off with this. We're going to go for that. We're going to go for that. And I'm actually going to Corpse Explosion instead of using the Dagger Spray. Even though the Dagger Spray would have done more damage now. I've got 3 Banes in this deck, and I'm very likely to draw these Banes, like right now, as you can tell. And although a Bouncing Floss here obviously looked like the better bet, I'm going to go for that heavy damage play on this turn instead. Because this is a man you need to race, and I need to race him. So I need to survive right at the bat and get rid of Normality, which really sucks for us because it makes us take Regret damage again, which we of course have been trying to avoid in this run. Also, I used both Endless Agonies there because I just have to start mitigating the damage I take, and I can't take more Regret damage. But that's what I was waiting for, basically the Banes to start showing up with the poison, and then we want to be in a fine place. Noxious Fume is kind of... I'll take Noxious Fume. It's not the greatest card. It's not the worst card. It's just like a middle ground card. It's like, oh, look, if it shows up, great. If it doesn't show up, we don't really care. So it actually ends up being a card that works out very well for us. Boom, boom. New Noxious Fume thing. These bloody Shames, man. They are out of control. Out of control. Oh, Normality is going to do me dirty. So I'm actually just not going to play. Actually, I'm going to play 1 card less because I don't want that to get thing. I'm going to pop the Block Potion. And I'm popping the Block Potion because I just don't want to tank that much damage, because I would have tanked so much damage. So we do have a Flash of Steel. That's very nice and gets us going to kill a little bit of this. We should do it properly if we're going to do it at least, game. If I'm going to do it, at least do it properly. That's what I'm just trying to say. If you're going to do the game, if you're going to play the game, at least play it properly. Look at what you're doing, think about what you're doing, and make the right choices. Now, excuse me, Cloaks and Daggers are very, very good. I'm actually going to rest up here. It really doesn't matter because we're going to go this way anyway. It is another Frail. Oh, yeah, it's a good thing I rest up because I'm going to do both elites actually. So, yeah, that's fine. It was a very smart idea to rest up. I would have actually liked to have upgraded the cards, ironically, but it didn't work out for us, so. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Corpse Explosion coming through in the clutch there for us, as it usually does. So this is a very nice turn because we get to go Poison first, Neutralize second. I'm actually going to use Quick Slash, hoping Endless Agony comes up. It doesn't, but a Bane comes up, which does way more damage for us than the Dagger Spray does. So that works out beautifully for us. Beautiful, beautiful first turn there for us. And second turn for that matter. I'm going to start by playing that weak right off the bat. I'm also going to go for this and get rid of this. I'm going to use the Flash to stay over here because this little guy, he kind of has to go. It's kind of a big deal. Like, you wouldn't think it's a big deal, but it's actually kind of a big deal. He kind of needs to go because he weakens you. And being weakened obviously causes you to lose your, do less damage, which a lot of the time results in us getting not getting perfects, obviously, and that's a big problem. So I'm going to keep adding the cloaks and daggers for now because... excuse me. That was a very disgusting cough. I do apologize. Talk about a little bit of bad luck on the coughing front there. I'm going to start with corpse explosion. I'm going to go for one of these, and I'm actually going to go for the... Glass knife does more, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use an explosion here, and then I'm going to glass knife because it does more damage. Because even though I'm going to take 10 right off the bat, and that sucks, there wasn't anything to do, but this guy's like very close to dying, and we could potentially kill him, which would instantly kill this guy for us, and that is kind of what I'm going for right now. So how do we want to approach this? Well, I think you want to start off with the Flash of Steel, because that's just kind of the natural. Then you want to maybe use the Slice, because that's also kind of the natural. I'm going to then use the Quick Slash on him, because that's probably going to get us the kill on him, and boom, the other guy will die. Very nice. Very, very nice. Masterful Stab. Tempting. It will be very, very bad against the upcoming boss, though. Choke is not good enough. Choke needs an upgrade or update, or a buff, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Because right now, Choke is just really not worth it for me. I find like in almost every situation I do, I barely find a situation where I'm like, oh wait, you know what, that choke, great card, great stuff. I'm actually going to cast the Bouncing Flask. I'm going to cast second Bouncing Flask instead of using Die. Okay, we got a little bit unlucky on that second Bouncing Flask, but the first Bouncing Flask was good. I mean, this guy's really dead. We're going to take 10. It's okay. Usually when we fight these guys, we take 10 anyway, because I obviously prioritize killing them over the alternative, which is not killing them. I think the Bane is the better choice for us every time, but obviously I could be wrong. I mean, he's gonna only need to take 27 damage. That is highly likely with the type of deck we are running right now. I mean, Shiv's hit for 9, so we should be fine. Crippling Cloud is good. It gives us more poison. The more poison, the better for me, in my opinion. So I'm all about that poison lifestyle. The more poison they give me, the better. So you know what? Give me that. I'm actually gonna like this to get rid of one of your negative effects. Thing like this. I should have obviously played the blocks first to make the Die do more damage. That was a big misplay on my side. I might come to seriously regret that, but we're gonna have to see how it goes. I'm gonna actually do this. I want to remove his final buffer. I'm gonna place. I'm not gonna play second block. I was gonna play a second block, but then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take damage here anyway. Let's rather confirm the kill on this good sir, and then we'll worry about the future plays from there. I think you start here with Endless Agony. I'm gonna go for second Endless Agony because I think I might just potentially have a kill on this guy. And yeah, okay, sweet. The amount of damage you do with Curse Run against that guy is just super good. Now, creating weak is very good for us. How much weak do we have in this deck currently? Just the neutralize and the leg sweep. Weak is super good against the upcoming boss. I'm gonna take it here, but the poison was what I was actually interested in, but hopefully I made the right choice. Obviously I won't know for a while. Do it like this, get rid of that, then do that, and then that. Not having him poisoned for that extra damage was super unlucky, but it is what it is. This is the one of the harder bosses in the game, in my personal, well, not bosses, he's not even a boss for that matter, but it's one of the harder elite fights. Also, I played that wrong once again. I was supposed to just play all defense stuff and then play neutralize. Even that little bit of neutralize damage is important. You very evil game. We only play 3 cards here. We should obviously go for the most damage here, so we'll start with the least damage here, so that is the normal strike. Then you go for, I mean, we could play a defend for 3, but honestly I don't think that's worth it. You play a Sucker Punch and then you play a Bane, and that's the way you handle this, and you end up taking a lot of damage. Now we could have done a lot more to this guy if we hadn't drawn this one normality. I'm pretty sure we might have killed him. And we're about to tank so much damage due to that one little card. So very, very big deal. You might not think it's a big deal. Very, very big deal for us. So take a spray and then he'll die to a Blade Dance. Okay, so we took quite a bit of damage on that fight. So it means I'm probably going to have to heal up the upcoming fight, which really sucks because I would have obviously preferred to have Smith. But against the champ, I'm not going to take chances. He's the champ for a reason. And if you're fighting the champ, you should fight the champ properly. Because if you don't fight the champ properly, trust me when I say this, you're going to come through. So there's no perfect for us right off the bat. We lose our perfect. I'm going to Bouncing Flask instead of Crippling Cloud for now, because Bouncing Flask does just more poison. And I'm going to neutralize Bane last time. So I mean, we did a great first turn damage wise. I mean, that's really good damage. That's like extreme. That's 80 damage on one turn. You can't fault that. So you got Survivor to get rid of Normality. Obviously, that's the play. Then you go for a little bit of Flash to Steer action. Now you got to do the maths here. Compulsion is good, but it's 2 energy for a worse version of Daily Poison right now. Bouncing Floss is also very tempting. Another Defend is very tempting because our HP is dwindling at quite a fast rate because we haven't got a Weaken out on this guy yet. So like a Defend feels really good. I mean, I think no matter what happens, you got a Daily Poison this guy. Like that I think is a no-brainer. But then do you go for the 14 instant damage with Bane, or do you go for the 9 extra poison? I'm actually going to go for the Defend and the 14 instant damage on Bane. It was actually more than 14 or 16 by the way, but I think it's definitely worth it. So we added a ton of weakness cards to our deck. There we go. And I was just about to say we're not getting any of them, so a little bit unlucky on the card draws front. But this turnip has actually turned into one of the better cards. And I'll tell you why. Because what the turnip is doing right now, and it's kind of like a little bit of a hidden gem right now, because we have 2 of those Shame cards in our deck, 2 of them by the way. So they obviously synergize very well together. We just had 1 vulnerable creation, so those curses now become pointless for us. They just become like, they basically become like clumsies. They just take up space and we don't really care about it too much. So we're obviously taking a ton of damage here because we are still vulnerable. I have mentioned this before, but I find that when you play against the champ, you just perma vulnerable. I don't know why that is or how that works, but it is definitely a situation. So I'm going to go for the neutralize first, and I'm not going to use the quick slash. I'm actually going to use a single attack and then the Bane, because the quick slash is going to draw me a card, and I'm not 900%, but reasonably high percentage not going to be able to play that card. So I'm going to start with this, go for one of these, go for one of these, and then that's it. Beautiful. So not perfecting any of these bosses, which is really bad for the point score system, but it's okay. Give me White Beast statue. I don't like the kite at all, by the way. At all. Very situational type of relic, I find. Just really not worth... It's really not worth the time in general it takes to find it. So we got ourselves a monster in a bonfire and a bonfire, which I kind of usually like, but we have a lot of HP due to the fact that it's a curse run, so I'm not too worried about elites. So I would actually prefer to fight both elites, and there's only one part that has 2 elites, and I want to get through an early shop because we're probably not going to go to a later shop after I fight the 2 elites. So I'm going to take this route that goes through the shops here, and we're going to have to see how it goes. So I'm going to start with Bouncing Flask, play a single defend, and I mean that's 18 damage no matter what. Yeah, that's actually great. Both shames get negated by turn up. We find ourselves in a great place. We got rid of 2 curses. That is just your ideal person. I'm actually use both NS Agnes here because I'm 90% sure this guy is dead right now, and it's just the power of curse run coming into effect, as you all can see. Now dagger throw is amazing. He gets rid of normalities, which we hate. Blue candle cannot pass blue. If you pass up blue candle, just by the way, you have made a critical error in your game play and decision making in a curse run, because blue candle is 100% necessary. You can instantly get rid of normality. You get for 1 instead of potentially 10, 20, 30, blah blah blah. So it just definitely is the right choice. Now here we do have some options. Backstab is very tempting because it does a lot of quick damage. Dagger throw is also tempting, but we don't really care about the discard anymore. Accuracy is pretty good because we get quite a lot of shifts. So I'm actually accuracy going to move along. So I used up all my money at the shop immediately. Kind of shocking. I didn't expect that. I'm actually going to choose this route. Upgrade a card for free. You're just too kind, game. Now what card should we upgrade? Probably Adrenaline, obviously. I mean, upgrading the shift is really, really tempting. But our shifts do quite a lot already, and I'm not too worried about it. So this is a very bad opening. And what we actually would love, and I'm not going to get rid of shames because shames do nothing. I'm not going to take 1 damage to get rid of a shame, and shames do nothing. What I can do though is I could like look at my deck and be like, oh, that's not good enough, and I could actually use the shames, or if you will, even the I got White Beast statue. I'm gonna get a potion every fight, so you know what, let's use the plate armor and not take any damage. The shames will actually be super good for us, or actually not even just the shames, any curse, because we can be like, okay cool, we don't like this hand, it's not good, play 1 curse and then instantly draw 3 cards, you see. So that is actually super good for us, by the way. I think he just knocks his streams there, and then I'm just going to sucker punch this guy to kill him so he doesn't actually get his cast off, but it doesn't really matter. So getting this turn up was massive for us, absolutely massive. Now this is like what I was talking about, like, I mean, we're just going to end our turn here, but I could have played normality now, and then I don't have to worry about no bullshit. Now, obviously, if I draw into normality, it's really bad, because if I go, like, for instance, I say, get rid of 2 other cards, I go, like, regret, draw 3 cards, and one of those 3 cards is normality. After I played too many cards, I could find myself in a dangerous situation, of course. Like, say I got normality right there, that would be scary, but, it shouldn't be. So I'm going to cloak. I'm going to cloak again. I'm going to use a shiv. I'm going to use a shiv. And I'm going to use a die-die-die. I thought we'd kill more than that. Oh, beautiful. Wow, what a beautiful, beautiful turn that was. Sometimes you just get a turn that was meant to be, and that was that turn. So we're all fighting the head, and that's a great fight for us. Because if you want to talk about a very, like, strong starting enemy to fight against, that is definitely the head, guys. The head is one of those, like, he's strong. And he's strong for a reason. So I'm actually going to go for crippling here. I want to weaken him a bit. And then I'm just going to go for Bane. I'm not going to lower the glass dagger thing. We're not going to perfect this elite. It's a little bit unfortunate points-wise. It's actually a big deal. Lots of people might not realize it's a big deal. But to not perfect an elite, it's a big deal. Nope. Now, I don't know. I think that was the wrong play on my side. It's not like our shivs do more damage for us anyway. Because we don't have, like, wrist blade. So maybe the normal strike was just better, but, you know, I have to make choices in the middle of combat. Some are easy, some are difficult. Our damage output right now is a little bit too slow to be the head, so I'm a bit worried about the foo. I mean, I've seen, like, curse before, but damn, son. Damn. That is very, very A, unfortunate, B, unfortunate, C, heartbreaking, and every other negative type of word / connotation you guys can think of. That is what that is, because that is stupid. Now it's time to start playing all our potions, and now it's time to start praying, because now we're actually in a position where we could just straight up lose this run. And I'm not even over exaggerating. I'm being 100% legit serious now. So now I'm getting to the point where I kind of want to remove these shames, even if it costs me 1 HP, just so I don't draw them again. Because at this point, like, I cannot afford to draw so many. I cannot afford to draw 4 curses again. So he is dead. Excuse me. And I'm very happy that I got the kill. I was a little bit worried for a second there. We tanked a lot against that. But that's one of the harder elites in this game. If not the hardest elite in the game. So I'm actually not too worried about that. And I'm actually going to upgrade my accuracy here. I play enough cloak and daggers to make it worthwhile. We only have 2 powers for the upcoming elite fight, so that's not too bad. I will lose 10 HP here. Finesse is good. Trip is super good. Another flash is still super good. Proceed. Do I fight a second elite right off the bat? We got a innate curse, that's really bad. This is a very risky elite fight. Very risky elite fight. I'm gonna go for it though. It isn't tangible, bro. I was kind of thinking it would be. Also kind of worried it would be. Very bad starting hand for us. So I'm gonna pop this right away. I'm gonna pop this, hope for something that, like, I mean, I can't play this, right? I physically can't play that, so I'm gonna weaken him more anyway then, because that's all I can. Then I'll do some damage here. I think it's better to just do the damage and move along. So what we really need in our deck, just right off the bat, is obviously a lot more blocks. As you can tell, like, our block situation is not the greatest right now. Our block situation is actually is quite problematic. I'm gonna do one, even though it sounds stupid. I wanted the block of it, not the damage of the ornamental fan, so that's why I did the one. This is a big turn for us, so I would like this turn to go very well if the game could be so generous. I'm gonna do this. Gonna get rid of one of these. I'm gonna pop this. I'm gonna pop Noxious. We're gonna get an uneasy top play. It's Crippling Cloud. Could have been pretty potentially useful for us, but oh, nice turn for him to debuff us. Actually, really nice. I'm very happy about that lucky debuff. I'm actually used everything here, by the way. You might not think it's like, why would you use those attack settings? They exhaust for 1 or 2 damage. 1 or 2 damage could be the difference between us taking more damage in this fight or not. So I have absolutely zero problem doing that. It didn't this time, but you know, you never know. You know, now Predator looks tempting. Eviscerate looks kind of... No, Eviscerate doesn't look tempting at all. I don't have that much discard. I'm gonna take Predator, but I don't think it was like necessary at all. I'm gonna go this route in case I want to heal up, because I might want to heal up twice depending on what happens in this fight. And looking at this right off the bat, I think I might need to. So if I play this, does that count as a snail? It does count as a snail. Interesting. So I can basically take 2 damage to buff my damage on all my cards. That's very interesting. I'm just gonna use Predator here. Oh, miscalculated big time. Miscalculated big time. I messed up. And it wasn't just a mess up. It was an extremely large mess up. That's the big thing. So this guy needs to die now. So I think we need to vulnerable him. He needs to die now. Like, we actually don't have a choice in the matter. If he did not die, they would have tanked 8 billion damage. And 8 billion damage, unfortunately, it's a little bit higher than the amount of damage I usually want to tank. I'm usually more around the type of like 50 damage kind of guy. Let me tank like 10 damage. That's okay. I'm actually gonna... Let's just heal first. You know, I don't need to tank damage, so let's... Why tank it? I don't need to. Let's not do it. I mean, it's 1 HP. Most people might think, what is 1 HP going to affect your... You'll be surprised what 1 HP can do, guys. You'll be surprised what 1 HP can do. I mean, I misplayed this all, obviously, but... So we're going to play the regret. Even though it gives... It does 1 and it would have only done 1. We didn't do it for the... We didn't do it for the damage. We did it because we don't want to see it again. So if for some reason that should never happen in my entire game, this goes... Oh, that is... Wait, you let me... Cheat! I cheated! Hacks! I want to speak to someone about these cheats. I'm like, the game's like, nope, you already played 3 cards. You cannot play normality. So I'm just like, you know what? What happens if I just keep clicking on it? Will you let me play it then? And the game was like, okay. Dude, that's awesome. I mean, obviously it's not awesome because it's literally cheating, but screw it. This does 15, so that's 30, 30, 30. So, no, this does 20. No, it does 15. So 15, this is 30, 90 damage plus poison. Okay, he's dead. I couldn't do the math in my head. Okay, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Don't judge me. Don't judge me for not being able to do math in my head. I never claimed that I could. So I actually want to buy potions here probably. And this is a great potion to buy. And Infinite Blades is great because it's a power, but I think I'm going to choose to ignore it. I'm going to have Sneko instead. Now I wanted to get 3 potions because I was all about that potion lifestyle, but I decided to get the Sneko because we're going to be doing poison with a lot of our cards anyway. This is the most unfortunate thing. So I think I'm going to get rid of... get rid of Wraith. There we go. I wanted that card draw is what I was all about. I actually want to upgrade Vulnerable. Maybe not. See, the thing is with Vulnerable is tricky, right? Because as much as I want to upgrade Vulnerable, I kind of also don't want to upgrade Vulnerable. You know, does that make sense? So now we're in an awkward place, right? I mean, I'm just going to do it. It's only 3 fucking damage. I do not care about 3 damage. When it comes to me taking 3, and I had 4 armor, so I took 0, I'm going to do it. Now we're in a really nice place right now. I feel super confident about this run. Like, really confident. But I'm still going to rest up regardless, because I want to be as high as possible as Awakened fight. Because at the end of the day, he is a boss. And he's not even that easy boss. He's kind, you know, he can be a hard boss. If he wants to, if he really wants to, he can give you a hard time. Now, there's a lot of plays here. A lot. One of them, of course, being playing the accuracy for that Cloak and Dagger damage. But I personally think that the accuracy of the Cloak and Damage is not worth it. What I'm going to do is I'm actually go for Poison, right? Then I'm going to play the Cloak and Dagger. Then I'm going to play a Shiv on this, yeah, I'll play a Shiv on this guy for fun, I guess. I'm going to use a Dagger Spray. That does 21 times 2. Wake up. I mean, how much does this do? It doesn't do 13. I know it does more than 13. It probably does like 15, so it'll do about 30-ish damage. Let's just use it and find out. There we go. So we can take this poison, this guy out right off the bat, which is obviously really good for us for perfecting reasons. Then we can use the block potion to guarantee the perfect. Or we can let him live for another turn. Let's just kill him. You know what? I'm going to rather just kill him. I'm going to use the block potion to try and maintain the perfect, but I'm not going to be optimistic about perfectness because this is the awakened one. And he's got 2 forms that I need to perfect. And perfecting 2 forms is a lot harder than perfecting less than 2 forms. So I'm actually going to just take all those and look for any type of defensive play. We did get it very luckily. I will be the first to admit, you know, when luck is involved, and there was definitely some luck there. Playing this super well so far. Perfect still on attack. He is weakened with 2-turn, that helps a lot. But we don't have that much defense in this deck. That is where my fear originates from. The fact that I built a deck that had 0 defensive cards and only had aggressive cards. Now I'm not going to play the accuracy yet, even though I'm about to lose my perfect. That sucks. But I think it's worth it. Got to get rid of that right off the bat. I'm not going to play games here. Flash of Steel. Flash of Steel. Normal strike. Normal strike. Play defend. Play die die die. Die 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 is gone forever. 1 endless agony. End the turn. And now he's going to go to his second form. Now we can start playing powers because now it's fine. That is a big first turn hit though. That first turn hit actually hurts me quite a lot. That is a very big hit. But it's okay. It's just him not being weakened and us not getting any weakened cards. So obviously if had we drawn any weakened, that would put us in a much better situation. We did now get one, so that does help a lot. I'm going to Corpse Explosion. I want to get the poison going so long, even though it might not have been the right play. Drawing 2 cards potentially next turn could have been better. We might get voided here. We did. That's a big deal actually. You might not think it's a big deal, but it's actually kind of a big deal. I'm going to start getting rid of these curses one at a time, even though it's going to cost me 1 HP per curse. I think it's better to just start getting rid of curses. Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger. Use a Bane, because we don't want to draw cards anyway. Use a Shiv, use a Shiv. Now at some point I should use these steroid potions, and I'm waiting for the right turn for it. Right now, I haven't seen a turn where steroid potions feels like the right turn. Now is the right turn though. So now we're going to steroid potion it up in here. And I'm very sorry to have bad news, Mr. Awaken One, but you are dead, dude. You don't even understand. Your life is over. Beautiful. And that's why you keep the potion for the right turn. Things look good. 38-minute run. 1010 score. Pretty mediocre in all honesty. Probably around 150th if I had to guess. If I'm just going on a random guess here. Probably around 150th today. Not a bad score considering. Oh, not even close. Wasn't a top 100 1030? I remember clearly top 100 being like 1030. So it was maybe 1130. It might have been 1130 actually, and that would make a lot more sense because I'm like, what? Yeah, no, that's a horrible score. Score 800. Ugh, I just feel like I feel a little bit disgusted myself. Or honestly, I'm like, I don't feel that is a adequate score at all. I'm going to blame it on my horrible day though, so luckily I do have someone to blame other than myself and my lack of skill. It's always nice when you don't have to blame yourself in life for things. Obviously, I'm being facetious at the moment. You should never blame other people for your problems. Unless you're playing Dota, then it's every other of the 9 people playing at the time's fault except for yours. Yeah, it was 1160 actually. Now I thought it was 1005. Yeah. So I was like way off. So it's got a top score of 1000 at least, but that's a joke's top score. I mean, I played bad. The first part of the first floor I kept saying that the deck had no identity almost. We didn't really know where we were playing a curse run, which means you want damage and cards, but we took a lot of poison synergistic cards. But the poison and the banes kind of worked out sort of, but we didn't have any blocks, so the perfect thing was very unlikely, and if you don't perfect you obviously don't score as well. So definitely understandable why this daily didn't go as well, and that comes down to a situation of just taking a deck in not one direction. We kind of took this in like in 2 directions. We had like a little bit of a poison synergy going, we had a little bit of a normal strike curse run strength synergy, you know, we had even a tiny bit of a discard type synergy going, you know. So very difficult daily in the sense that I didn't really build a perfect archetype. I didn't even build an archetype at all actually. I just took like any card I thought was good, or any card that seemed good at the time. I just added to the deck. So it is what it is for now. Thank you all very much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this episode of Slay the Spire Daily Challenge, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I only made this episode because of you viewers and the amazing support I've been getting. I was actually going to skip today and just tank a loss, because personal reasons and stuff. But we are not here to talk about it. We are here to talk about Slay the Spire and the great game that it is. It's still an amazing game, and the Ascension runs I'm almost done with, so those are also pretty amazing. But mainly it comes down to just having a great time playing these days. I really enjoy these dailies a lot, and keeping a score like I do is very nice because it incentivizes you every month to try just do that one extra win better than the previous month. You know, you start off with, oh, my first month I got 9 losses, my second month I got 7 losses, now I want to go down to 5 losses. You know, eventually I want to do a perfect month run, no losses, you know. But to that I need to play every day and keep the hands practice, the brain fresh, and try my best, and I can only do that thanks to all your support. So thank you very much for that. Once again, this episode was brought to you by you, the viewers, who are the only reason I actually sat down and recorded this day. So thank you very much. I will see you all tomorrow with another daily where hopefully things will have gone back to normal, and I will be a happier person with a more energetic and exciting voice. For now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.